Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another color with me, and this time it's this cute little bird. He's like a little Christmas bird. He's wearing a Santa hat and a little scarf and little booties. It's from CC Design and it's called Winter Birds, and I'll tell you the colors that I used for Copics. So the hat, scarf, and boots is R21, 22, and 24. The hat trim is C1. The bird is B00 and B02. Above the eyes or around the eyes, it's B0000. The bird body is Y11 and Y15. The legs are E31, no, E33. The tongue is R20 and the beak is YR00 and YR02. And I have to say this one comes together pretty quickly because it's so small, but it's so cute. And I'm going to be working on my December daily like Ali Edwards or my document December. And I want a bunch of Christmas stamps that I've colored so that I can put in that album. So for the next few weeks, I'll be coloring some Christmas stamps. Now I have to say, yesterday I went to edit the video for this and I think I downloaded the video to my computer, never put it in the file for the color with me, and deleted it off my phone. And I was like, no, where is it? So the only file that I had was the Ohuhu marker. So this afternoon I had to go back and color again with the Copics. But again, it didn't take me long. I think it took me 9 minutes to color this little guy in. And so what if I end up with 3 of them, to put into my albums, and maybe I can even put one of them on a winter page or a Christmas page, not necessarily in my December daily. Now for my Ohuhu markers, I'm going to take R1 and R2 to do the hat, the scarf, and the boots, CGOO to do the hat trim. The bird is BG4 and G340. The above the eyes, I used BG4. The bird body is Y3 and Y1. The legs are BR2. The tongue is R21 and the beak is YR4 and Y4. And the same thing as I always do is I start with the lightest color. I apply it to everywhere on the little bird, on the area. Then I go in with the darker color and I just do, I flick towards the center, and then I go back with the lighter color and then blend it in. And I'm having so much fun using my Copic markers. I really am. At one point I was like, oh, should I, because now with Facebook Marketplace, you can just easily sell stuff, right? If you're not using it. And I was like, maybe I should, try to sell my Copics. But it's such a big investment, right? And I was like, oh, I don't want to get rid of them. And then I regret that I did that. So I kind of held off, and I'm glad I did, because here I am using them all the time. Like every week now, I try to at least color one image in. And I totally know that's because I have a spot for it now. Like I have a spot where my markers just sit right across from where I'm coloring. And that desk now, I make sure that it's always clean. So when I go to color, I don't have to clean up a mess, and then start coloring. It's just always clean. As soon as I'm done, coloring the images, usually I cut them out right away. And then what I do is I apply distressed glaze to them right away. And then I make a place for them in my dot journal, and then they're nice and safe. I'll let you in on a little secret. I didn't delete the video. Both of them were on the same clip. I must not have. Usually what I do is I'll color with Copic and then I stop, and then I'll start again and color with the Ohuhu markers. I didn't do that. So I was going along, giving the voice, telling you what I did, and then it starts again. I'm like, hey, that still looks like Copic markers. And I'm like, oh no. So I've had to delete all that now, and now we're coloring with the Ohuhu markers. And one thing I found with this little bird is because where it was so small, I didn't want to oversaturate with the alcohol ink. So I colored it all in, and then I let it dry for a bit, and I went in a second time with a lot of the colors and got my second coat in, because I didn't want smudging to happen, because like I said, it's a very small area, and if you apply a lot of ink, then all of a sudden it's just gonna bleed out, and then you're gonna end up with a messy coloring. So like I said, what I like to do is once everything is done, just so that these little pieces are not just all over my room, because can you imagine, this is coloring 23 and I've done 2 of each. So I have almost 50 of these images that I've colored. And if they weren't in this dot journal, they would be in a container somewhere. I would never see them. Now I have this dot journal, which I flip through this so often. One, just to see what I've done already, and then, to kind of figure out which stamp set I'm going to color next. But not only that, just because it brings me joy. I just find they're so cute. But it's also given me inspirations for, like I said, my December daily, or for a page that I might want to do. And what I do for this is I pen out, or I draw out a box that's 2.5 by 3.25. I color in every second line with watercolor markers, not the Copic markers, because they would bleed right through. And then that's where I write down everything, the colors that I use for each image. But not just that, in between the 2 images, I put down, the name of the stamp. So CC Designs Winter Bird. And then, because of a boo-boo I had done previously, I had to, glue a piece of paper on top. And then you could tell there was a piece of paper there. So I was like, oh, I'll just put a piece of washi tape around. So then I went to all of them and I put a piece of washi tape around the stamped image. And I kind of like it, because now it almost like frames that image. But that's it. That's going to complete this little color with me. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.